Hey, Cluze.
Yeah.
I'm about to jam.
Okay, good. I'll lean away from the mic.
It's been a while, so I didn't want to scare you.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for the heads up.
Okay, here we go. Ow, jam! Hello again, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Monday Night Magic here on the MTG Cast Network. I am Chewie.
Woo! Brought to you by Tuesday.
It is actually Tuesday, correct. And the fact that it's Tuesday means that, Bill's here, but Bill's always here.
Pretty much.
But it means that Cluze is back.
Hey! Up is down, down is up. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
I just assumed you were here so that you could rant about daylight savings time and then move on.
Saving, singular.
Yeah, I know. I do this to you twice a year and it still works.
Also, it's... I tell you my opinions of daylight saving time, but I don't want to make Chewie edit the show, and there is no swearing on Monday Night Magic, so I'll leave it at that.
Actually, I have a reminder in my phone to mess with you by pronouncing it wrong every 6 months.
All right, new title. There is no S. Okay.
Wow.
There we go.
Squee Goblin Nabob.
Oh.
Wasn't he in Moby Dick?
Possibly.
Along with Gmail?
Yeah, email. That's why they call it email.
Call me. Email.
That reminds me of something.
The email. Hey, Cluze is back and we have a show.
Hey!
Hey, buddy.
Hey!
Cluze is here to share all of his knowledge about Standard with us.
I know so little about Standard that we should be able to wrap this show up in 2, maybe 3 minutes.
It'll take longer than that just because we have to mispronounce all the names.
Like email.
Yep, I assumed you guys were talking about... There we go. There's a link for you. Sorry. Okay. This is a really obscure reference I just sent you. Don't worry about it. Think about it later.
That is obscure.
Yep.
Okay, then. So, dear listeners, this is Monday Night Magic number 584, brought to you on this fabulous Tuesday.
Right here on the...
Didn't I say that already?
Did you?
I think I did. But on the MTG Cast Network.
There it is.
And, we could have recorded last night, but it would have been just me, or we would have started so late that we wouldn't have cared. So, yeah. I guess should we get to it?
Probably.
Yeah, let's get right to it.
All right. So, these are listed in the show notes in this order, so this is the order we're going to do them. We're starting off with Grand Prix Shanghai, where some number of people, I forgot.
711.
Well, there you go.
Slurpees.
Where that number of people, really? When I turned down
for what?
The volume in my
I was thinking it.
When I turned down the volume in my my audio speaker settings over here, it makes a bring noise. Great. Because you guys are really loud, and I couldn't figure out why. It's because my volume's just up.
Is that going to be in the recording then?
Yeah, it is.
The folks at home got to enjoy the bring and we didn't?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You wouldn't have enjoyed it anyway because it was a Windows sound.
Yeah, I've heard Windows sounds before.
So anyway, 7-Eleven people playing in Shanghai. There were 3 events this weekend. All 3 were standard. And you can tell because we're going to use the word energy a lot.
Yep.
Like, do we need to come up with a sound effect for energy?
Probably.
Can it be
the speed is long?
Can it be the Spock Pure Energy sound sample that they used in that song from, let's say, the 80s?
I'm going to say no, just because that would require editing.
Energy.
Okay, then. So, who won? What won? No. Is it? Okay. So, there are no names on the top 8 profiles on any of these events.
Well, this means we won't mispronounce any of them.
No, we're still going to get them wrong. We just have to work harder.
Yeah. So, first place is apparently his name is $10,000.
Oh, good job. How prophetic.
Yeah, right? The problem is that 3rd and 4th place have the same name, and everybody from 5th through 8th has the same name of $1,500. So
it's a deed name at this point.
So let's see if we scroll down here. Here we go.
Song Hua Chao? Teamer Energon.
Hua Chao, is that right?
I'm entirely wrong, so I'm just going with it.
I kind of like Hua Chao because it sounds like a really awesome sound effect.
Yeah, I was pulling off of the sound effect from Samurai Jack so that I know it's wrong.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, he won with Teamer Energy, which is fairly normal, I think. Yeah. Looks pretty normal. In 2nd place, we have Hironao Tanaka running Ramanop Red.
This is the world you missed, Cluze. Red's been rockin' standard.
Well, I'm a fan of the red, I guess.
I mean, it's aggro red. It's your style.
Yeah, I'd say I don't recognize any of these decks, but I didn't really recognize them before I left, so...
Got a dragon in it.
Well, that's cool.
And a jackal warrior.
And Hazaret the pervert.
Is Sly and Monkeyan in there as well?
Karizev? Yes.
That blasted Samoflan.
Oh, there are like 4 people who actually follow that string of jokes. So I'm sorry, were we on 2nd or 3rd place?
Second place, Ramanop Red.
Okay, all right.
With let's see, I don't like the invigorated rampage in here is a little different. I think.
I believe so.
I do like the 1 insult to injury, but it's still basically the same idea. So let's move on to Yamwing Chun in 3rd, playing slightly different Ramanop Red.
This one keeps the Abrade in the main.
Yeah, and has a Chandra as opposed to...
I was going to say, you buried the lead there, Squee. We got Chandra.
I led up to the lead.
There's no dragon in this one, though.
Lead up to the lead.
No, that's a light.
Now my head hurts.
But yeah, you've got Chandra, Torture, Defiance. You've got 1 less dragon. Very sad.
It is very sad. It's not even in the board.
Nope. Just gone.
Okay, now we have a deck worth talking about. The Okada Naoya. Oh, God.
Naoya?
Naoya, thank you. My brain was like, hang on, reset.
Okada Naoya's Grixis.
Yeah, Grixis. No, it's Grixis.
Yeah, you're better at that than I am.
Yeah, Grixis Thopters. Which this is a little weird. So it's got Maverick Thopterist, who is a 2/2 for 3 a blue and a red with Improvise. But when he enters the battlefield, it brings 2 Thopters.
Negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full.
It's got... Oh, Maverick. Okay, I was like...
Yeah.
I didn't say...
We normally just go, you're my eyes, goose, but there isn't a goose here.
Oh. We've got Ether Swooper, a 1/2 for 1 and a blue with flying. When it enters the battlefield, get 2 energy. And when it attacks, you can pay 2 energy. If you do, you get a servo token. It's got Pia Nalar. We all know her. She's been around for a while. Whirler Virtuoso. The pay 3 energy to get a Thopter. And, of course, a Scarab God, because why not? Scarab God's pretty neat. It's running a Chandra Torch of Defiance, 2 Reverse Engineer.
Which is weird.
Yeah, those of you who, draft might know this one. 3 blue sorcery, draw 3 cards with Improvise.
Oh, such shade. Those of you who draft might know this one.
I mean, it's not really
it's useful.
Yeah, no, hey,
dude.
I'm not disagreeing.
It's not really a constructed card, usually.
And yet, here we are.
Right? And then we've got your usual...
Blue draw 3 is good.
Your usual instance, Harness Lightning, Magma Spray, Metallic Rebuke, okay. There's a Sky Sovereign, alright. An Aethersphere Harvester, normal. We have Decoction Module.
I'm sorry, what?
Exactly. Whenever a creature... I have to read this. I don't even know what this does. When a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you get an energy. Oh. And 4 and tap, return target creature you control to its owner's hand. Ooh, that's neat.
Yeah, because that Whirler Virtuoso will keep bringing in friends.
Huh.
Yeah, keep piling up the energy or just making more Thopters. Seems good. And then my favorite part, the Inventor's Goggles. Yeah, it's a common. The 1 cost equipment, cost 2 to equip. Equipped creature gets +1/+2 whenever an Artificer enters the battlefield under your control. You may attach Inventor's Goggles to it. Yeah, so you get lots of energy to make lots of dudes, and then you run over people.
Okay, so we have Artificer, God. Yeah.
That sounds like a really bizarre game of Duck, Duck, Goose.
It is a little strange. And somebody keeps making Thopters. It just doesn't make any sense.
So yeah, that's your deck. It's neat.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay then. There is as Bill pointed out before the show, there's one River's Rebuke in the sideboard, which is oddly hilarious.
Yeah.
That's I had to read it. Return all non-land permanents target player controls to their owner's hands. Yeah. Seems good. All right then, let's move on. So that was a neat deck. In, what is this? 5th place, we have Morifuji Takuma running Ramanop Red.
With 2 Chandra Torture Defiance.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a Harsh Mentor, which I always wonder why there's not more Harsh Mentors in these decks.
Too mean.
Harsh, man. God. In 6th place, Yuya Watanabe is running the 4-color energy deck. Hey, there's the Vizier of Many Faces moving its way up to the main.
Yep.
Dang! There's a Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh in the board, too.
Just lurking down there.
He's like, I'm watching you from the sideboard. Huh.
I see everything. Ooh, what's that?
And then in 7th place, Lee Wing Tat is running Ramanop Red. This is almost exactly... The main deck is exactly the same as Yam Wing Chun's in 3rd place. Yeah. And then in 8th place, we have Kelvin Chu running Teamer Energy. We really need a sound effect for energy. I was thinking something like that. Like
a lightsaber powering up or something?
Teamer wow.
Wow.
Okay, we'll try that. We'll put that on a trial basis here.
Okay.
So yeah, that's your top 8. But I didn't actually look at anything past that. I'm not gonna lie.
But for those of you keeping track, that is 3 energy decks, 4 Ramanop Red decks, and a Thopter deck. See, Cluze, half the top 8 is red. Are you happy?
Yeah. Okay, I'll allow it.
It's not just red; it's mono red aggro.
Yes, the kind of red that you accept, not polluted by blue.
I was going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't think there was any other kind of red.
In 13th place, there's a blue-black mid-range deck. Oh, this is a trip. So it's got some of the Eternalized cards, like Champion of Wits. Oh, okay, well, I guess that's it. But it's got cards you see in other decks. Champion of Wits, Gifted Aetherborn, Glint Sleeve Siphoner, Gaunty Lord of Luxury, Hostage Taker, Noxious Gearhulk, Torrential Gearhulk, Scarab God, and then Liliana Death's Majesty. Haven't seen her in a while, if at all. And then, what are the spells? Murder, Control, Vraska's Contempt, Fatal Push, Essence Scatter, Chart a Course. Oh, Chart a Course, okay. Doomfall, and Walk the Plank. Wow, that's really neat. Looks like it's just trying to... Well, it's a mid-range deck. It's got early game, it's got some late game. It's not relying on its Torrential Gearhulk to win the game by itself like other decks. Huh. And it's got Liliana. Yay. 14th has a Jeskai Approach deck with only 2 copies of Approach. Which technically you only need 1, but, you know. Okay, that's fairly normal. 4-color energy, another Approach deck, and that's the top 16. So at least there are 2 other decks in the top 16.
Yeah. That is one of our 3 standard tournaments, though.
Yeah.
There may be others.
So let's go to... Where is this? Warsaw. How many people were there?
1246.
That is not a small number.
No, it is not.
All right, who won? Why? Okay, Mouse.
Hey, wait, do we not have names here either?
No, there are no names on any of these top 8s.
Great.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, there's going to be a quiz with people's pictures later.
Clearly.
I am going to fail because I'm not looking at any of these pictures. I think I could pick out 3 people total from these first 2 events. Okay, here we go. Who won? Let's say Jean-Emmanuel Depraz. That's probably wrong.
Accurate.
It's probably wrong. He's running 4-color energy. Like you do.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, 4-color. In second place, we have Valerio Luminati. Whoa. That's confirmed. Running Teamer. Yep. With... Yeah, not really seeing much new here either. Okay. In third place, we have Louis Bouchard running Sultai.
Yep.
Does it always have a Rishkar and Winding Constrictor in it? Yeah, I think that's the point, isn't it?
I believe so.
But hey, hostage taker, so, winning.
Die young in the sideboard.
Oh, the card. I was like, is that a statement, like a reference to something? No, there are 2 Die Young in the sideboard. Gotcha.
Just looking for stuff that's weird.
I was thoroughly confused. In fourth place, we have Samuel. Let's say Vuyo. Vuyo. Sam V. Yeah, running 4-color. Yep, lots of.
I think the sound effect's working.
Lots of that going on here. Oh, here's a new deck. In fifth place, Alexander Privolov is running Mardu Vehicles. A new deck. It's the oldest deck here. And it's, Inventor's Apprentice, Toolcraft Exemplar, Veteran Motorist. The only one it's missing is the legendary, whose name I've forgotten because it's not right in front of me. The dwarf that gives you vehicles.
Oh,
whatever.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's running Walking Ballista and Hazaret and Pianalar, so I guess we'll allow it.
This one.
Okay, then in what place was that?
That was 5th.
That was 5th. In 6th place we have, oh dear God, I can't say this name.
Yeah.
No, you got this.
It's let's say Jedrek Schmid? Schmid?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's SZMYD. I'm very sorry.
This is Mide. See, we don't know.
We really
If
don't.
I say 4 or 5 wrong things, I'm guaranteed to be wrong, so don't even worry about it.
Yeah, he's from Poland, and I don't know how the Polish language works, so my bad.
Schmid.
But he's running Godpharaoh's Gift. So there's something we haven't seen yet. Ooh, with Fairgrounds Warden. That's a nice touch.
Yeah.
But a whole lot of what you'd expect. What is Refurbish? Return target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, the gift. Okay, duh.
Yeah.
I'll be all right. Just everybody chill. I forgot. My brain was stuck on Approach. I was like, but that's a spell. No. Wrong deck. We're good. Back out. In, oh God, what place was that? That was 6th. So in 7th deck, we have, I'm just going to ignore those 2 letters and say Gregor Kowalski.
Sure.
I don't know. Is running 4-color. Yep. What you'd expect there. And then finally, in 8th place, we have a Hans Karam running green-blue Pummeler, which is essentially a deck. So it's just got Electrostatic Pummeler, so we named it after it. It's also got Ronus the Indomitable, which is always funny.
Yep.
I've never seen Dive Down before. A single blue instant target creature you control gets +0/+3 and hexproof until end of turn.
Yeah, that's pretty narrow.
Neat. So there you go. That's the top 8 in Warsaw.
Yep.
Let's check the top 16 for anything that might be entertaining. Blue-black gift. blue-black gift. Huh. Hostage Taker, Kite Sail Freebooter, Walking Ballista, Scarab God. That's got to be the reason, right? Like, this doesn't have any of the big ha-ha plays like the Angel of Invention. Maybe the Hostage Taker and snatch something and play it? I don't know. Teamer, Sultai, Teamer, Gift in 13th. Teamer. What is this? Oh, this is Ramanop Red. Okay, then. So, more of what you'd expect. So let's move on to other tournament, which was Atlanta. How many people were there, Sir Squee?
1,395 Huma.
13. What'd you say? 1395.
Correct.
Nice.
Doors now for only 1395.
It would be multiple payments of 1395. Let's not be wrong.
No check or money.
So let's see who won. Alex Lloyd playing Esper Approach. Is Approach usually? Where's the Esper? Oh, it's got Fatal Push in the main. Oh. And some Vraska's Contempt in the board. Okay, then. In second place, Ben Stark is running Desert Red, which is Ramanop Red with some deserty stuff ramped up a bit.
Just a little bit more deserty stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, so he's running the 4 Ramanop Ruins, 2 Scavenger Grounds, 3 Dunes of the Dead, 3 Sun-Scorched Deserts. So he's got lots more deserts. He's also running 2 Treasure Map.
So, like, he's got more desert, but really, like, number-wise, if we look back at the Shanghai decks, one of those was running 4 Ramanop Ruins, 4 Sun-Scorched Desert, and 1 Scavenger Grounds. So it's not a lot total, just a few more, but more diversified.
Yeah, but that's because he's also running 3 Sand Stranglers.
That's more it, yeah.
And you really want Sand Stranglers to have a desert, otherwise Sand Stranglers kind of stupid.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, he's also running 2 Treasure Map, which is neat. I mean, I guess it keeps you from running out of cards.
I suppose so, yeah. I mean, the scrying probably helps a little bit too.
Well, that's what I mean, yeah. So yeah, I mean it's a minor change, but in a deck as set as Ramanop Red, it's a fairly major change. It turns out, enough to where it got its own name, Desert Red.
Red Sand.
Yeah, you think they would have named it like Mars or something, but I guess we don't. We're not Legacy, so we don't do that, right?
Well, we should. I will now call this deck Tatooine.
What? No, you have to call it Arrakis.
Oh, Arrakis is way better. You're right.
Yeah,
we're gonna go with Arrakis.
So moving on. In third place, we have Sergio Garcia running 4-color. And in fourth place, we have Lawrence Vess running Mardu Vehicles. Get in there and drive over people. Nope. In fifth place, we have Trey Van Cleve running Ramanop Red. In sixth place, Corey Baumeister again. Dude, he is on a tear. Running Teamer. And then nope, that was there. Oh, I don't like not having numbers. In seventh place, Peter Sochurek, let's say, running 4-color. And then in eighth place, Sam Zak. Wait, there's an extra letter there.
Zakruski?
Zakruski's running 4-color. This is Sam Z. Not to be confused with Sam
with the main board, Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh.
Oh, snap. I mean that. That was not a sarcastic oh snap. Dang, in the main. Check him out.
Not even messing around.
So, yeah, that's your top 8. Going back to... Oh, now we have 9th through 32nd. Oh. All right, what else? What is this? Grixis Midrange. So this is very similar to the blue-black mid-range that was in the top 16.
Yeah, only with
previous
dragons.
tournament. It's got Chandra, Glint-Sleeve Siphoner, Glorybringer, Gifted Aetherborn, Hostage Taker, Champion of Wits, Whirler Virtuoso, Scarab God, Vizier of Many Faces, and then removal. Doomfall, Abrade, Harness Lightning, Fatal Push, Vraska's Contempt. Nice. Just curve out. That's all you really need, right? Just curve out.
Get there.
More various flavors and red. Oh, there's Brad Nelson in 10th. Dang, he's also on a tear. It's like they're related. Red. Here's a God Pharaoh's Gift in 16th and 17th. More air. A whole lot more. Approach. Red. Blue-black control. Scarab God, Torrential Gearhulk, Liliana's Death's Majesty, and then all of the spells. Nice. Cars and red and energy and approach and energy. Okay, cool. So there you go. So there's some wiggle room, but it looks like the top tier of decks is pretty set. You've got your 3 flavors of energy, your red, your approach, and your gift. Both of which, those last 2 are very strange, and I'm glad that they're in the meta. And then you have a smattering of other things, some vehicles, some strange mid-rangey decks, a few control decks. Yeah, seems good.
Yep.
It's gonna get kind of boring for us to talk about, but at least it's this one deck again. You know which one. It's not that bad. So thank goodness. Right, guys? Yay. Okay, then.
Cluze, you know you missed this.
I miss this so much.
So, more things to talk about. Oh, by the way, we have a message from GP Atlanta from Will Blanks, who is a judge and who is our behind-the-scenes 4th member of Monday Night Magic, who said about GP Atlanta, "I was there. Why didn't you, the listener, say hi?" And it's signed Will, devastated. I'm disappointed, listeners.
Don't you guys do Will like that? Just assume he's at every event until proven otherwise.
Will's pretty awesome. Right. Especially if it's in Atlanta. He's definitely in the Atlanta ones without even hiding. He's probably hiding.
So if he were to hide, he'd be good at it.
He would, yeah. All right, then. So, a couple more things, bits of news. Last week on the Magic Twitch channel, they had some gameplay for Magic the Gathering Arena, where Nate Price and Chris Clay, I want to say, I'm probably wrong, were playing and taking questions from the Twitch chat and just explaining what they're currently working on and showing off how the game looks at the moment and all that. So it was pretty cool. If you want to see how Arena's coming along or listen to a bunch of answers to a bunch of questions, some really inane and some not. Luckily, they didn't answer the really inane ones that Bill was asking.
Yeah.
I think my favorite one was, what flavor will the digital cards be?
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that small children didn't choke on them.
There's a link in the show notes for that. So the other neat bit of news here, before we get to all of the silver-bordered nonsense, came from today, actually. And we knew this was coming. That's why we didn't record last night, right?
Yeah. Planning. Us.
Totally.
Concept of the passage of time.
And that is that WizKids. Hey guys, what does WizKids do?
Tiny things.
Okay, what I was looking for was HeroClix, but okay.
Oh, try it again.
So this is from WizKids. Hey guys, what do WizKids do?
Ooh,
tiny things.
Tiny things, yeah. I
hate you both. WizKids are the people behind HeroClix and various other miniature. I'm so sorry for this chair being so squeaky. I can't seem to make it stop. They did Mage Knight back in the day and things like that. If you know who WizKids is, you're like, oh, and if you don't, then if you didn't get it at HeroClix, you're not gonna. But they have an upcoming Well, they have a partnership with Magic the Gathering. Well, with Wizards of the Coast, I should say. So they will be doing an upcoming miniatures line and board game featuring Magic the Gathering.
Tiny things.
Is it going to come out in conjunction with the movie?
No, because it's going to come out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
It says the new miniatures line and board game are set to release fall 2018.
Well, nifty.
Yeah. The initial pre-painted sculpted miniatures will focus on token creature card favorites. What?
Goblins.
Oh. Adding a premium touch to the player's tabletop experience while the board game will pull from the original trading card lore.
So foil miniatures?
No, like 3-dimensional ones. Players will play as planeswalkers, exploring the landscape of Dominaria as they establish connections to their mana sources, gathering power before their opponents do, and building their hand of spell cards. That sounds kind of awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, Cluze, you're a board game guy.
I have been known to play a board game or two.
What do you think?
Well, I never really got into the HeroClix thing, so that it doesn't come at me from that angle. But I could see giving it a try.
Well, I don't think this is related to HeroClix.
No. But if they're going to do something like that, right? Because you're going to have miniatures that are going to be doing things and or stuff.
Probably stuff, yeah.
I mean, I'm entertained by the prospect of getting more tiny collectibles because I buy crap like that. That said, I don't know how well these are going to function as tokens. Is that guy tapped? No, he's just looking at you funny. Oh.
So
no, that guy. No, he took a nap.
So it'll be just like Arena, where nothing's ever really tapped.
They gray it out and put a giant tap symbol on it. I think you'll figure it out.
Yeah, tapping in my day, tapping meant something.
Oh my god. So, that's really neat. And hopefully, I'm really liking, as I say every time this happens, Wizards branching out and putting Magic on other things.
Yep.
In an effort to increase brand recognition and get more people involved. I like it.
Hopefully they will continue to do such.
And hopefully they will do so in such a way that doesn't suck. That is always the hope. Yay.
Yep, you heard it here first. Jason Smash Brothers.
That would be pretty cool, because then you could use Mario to set him on fire.
Yep.
Yay, Mario.
Jace versus Mewtwo, fight.
Psychic
battle. No, neither of them moves. They just do the Dragon Ball grunting thing, and then one of them passes out.
Oh my god. So, that's that bit of news. So the only other stuff going on is Magic Online and Unstable stuff. So, I guess I will turn it over to these two who are actually paying attention to the Unstable stuff.
Okay. So, in case you are not aware at all of what we're talking about, Unstable is the third of the unsets following Unglued and Unhinged. Meaning that these are cards that, for the most part, you will not get to play with in any constructed format, with one ridiculous exception for the moment, which we can talk about when we get to it. But also, they're mostly for fun. This is a joke set. It features a lot of cards that have ridiculous requirements, ridiculous actions, and all kinds of things that you could never really do in realistic Magic. It also means that in order to make people purchase this product, they're going to include very pretty lands in every pack, which you can play. That's the way of the unsets.
And I think it's awesome, because I like puns.
There will be a lot of those, yeah.
And it is chock full of puns.
There are a lot of puns. There are going to be a lot of in-jokes. There are going to be some internet memes that made their way in, because of course. Because unlike the first unset, which was 19 years ago, now they've got a history to play with. So keep an eye out.
Did you say 19 years ago?
Yes.
He might have said that, yeah.
Jesus.
And I know it's 19 years ago because they tweeted with pride that they finally closed off the set that began with Timmy, making 19 years the longest cycle to start and finish a Magic cycle of 3 cards.
Oh, did they put a spike in this set?
Yep.
Neat.
There's a spike, and I linked it from the show notes if you would like to look at Spike.
Where did you do that? Oh, there it is.
Yep. pull that up, scrolling down a little bit, and you can see Spike, Tournament Grinder. And let's make Chewie read it, because he's actually going to look at it, and he's probably not going to look at the rest of them.
Yeah,
Fair
I
enough.
think he should.
So, Spike, Tournament Grinder, costs 2... Oh, God. And 2 Phyrexian black mana.
Because tournament.
Because tournament, yeah. So, remember, Phyrexian mana can be paid with either black mana or 2 life. So, it's a 1/1 legend... I clicked on something. Legendary creature human gamer. And it has an ability for 4 Phyrexian black mana. Choose a card you own from outside the game that has been banned or restricted in a constructed format. Reveal that card and put it into your hand. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I did like that they had to actually tweet that no, they are not selling the t-shirt.
They're full of crap. They will sell this by the end of the next year.
They will totally sell it by the end of the next year.
The t-shirt, for those not looking at the art, has the word nope on it, and the O is a blue mana symbol.
And you know all you jerk-face blue players want that t-shirt.
Cluze also wants that t-shirt.
No, I do not.
So
you have to know your enemy, Cluze.
Timmy...
Oh, I know my enemy.
Timmy Power Gamer, you pay 4 to put a creature onto the battlefield from your hand. Johnny Combo Player, you paid 4 to search your library for a card and put it in your hand. And now Spike, you pay 4 Phyrexian black mana to go get a card that has been banned in something and put it into your hand.
Yep.
Huh. I like it.
Awesome
Are those?
songs.
Oh, and it's the Black Lotus sleeves that she's got orbiting around her there. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, I like it.
I would also like to point out, that, and coming from me, this is saying something that I'm bringing this up before either of these two. It's a really nice touch that Spike Tournament Grinders art features a woman. Sort of. Gender neutral type person. Like the other two are obviously dudes, right? Like Timmy and Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure from the design here that they're going for feminine, if not outright female.
Yeah. Nice touch. I like it.
Also, the hair is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was going to say, awesome hair.
Can we just get a Planeswalker with that hair? Could I get that hair?
You can get that hair. We can make that happen.
I don't think I could. I've got too much of the Jack Nicholson Widow's Peak going on.
No, it's fine. We'll put a wig on you, and then you'll hate everyone.
I was going to say, we established earlier today that wigs are awful.
Yeah, and you'll hate everyone.
Oh, fair enough.
Because you're a tournament player.
Oh, I see what you did there.
The grinder life. But yeah, that art in general is just pretty cool. So, neat.
I also couldn't help but notice the Sword of Dungeons and Dragons sitting in the card image gallery.
Yep.
Yep. That
from HasCon.
That's right.
Are the other HasCon cards going to be in here?
I hope so. Because I did not go to the Hasbro store and buy a set of them.
I think you still can right now, though, can't you? Or is that... No, that's
a different product.
That's a different product.
I mean, you might be able to. I just never did.
That was the Comic-Con cards from this year, right?
Yeah.
Are the ones that are somehow still available.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, then. We'll keep going.
Yeah, so... because I made a reference to it before, one of the cards in the set does have a black border and is legal in the appropriate formats, which is Steam Flogger Boss from Future Sight. The original joke. Steam Flogger Boss's relevant text was that if you would assemble a contraption, assemble 2 contraptions instead. And that was the joke, because there were no contraptions, there are no mechanics or rules for contraptions, they do not exist in the game.
Well,
now there are contraptions. However, I don't know that you can use the contraptions in Tournament Magic. I think they're going to have to tell us that, aren't they?
I thought they mentioned that in the mechanics article where they
maybe we should look at the mechanics article. Let's look at the mechanics article, and then if there's any examples that don't come up that you want to talk to, we can. I mean, obviously we don't go too in-depth in this because these are not cards that'll be relevant, and discovering them is half the fun.
Yeah, and it should be noted that the mechanics article is like half a mechanics article. They're not telling us all the mechanics yet. It's the mechanics for now.
All right, so pulled that up now. So the first mechanic it lists in here, as mentioned before, are contraptions. Okay, so contraptions are indeed artifacts.
Have you read the contraptions rules? Because they're a little...
No, you read them.
okay.
I was going to say a little?
They're a little convoluted.
Like, I know what they are. I haven't read this article, but you go ahead.
All right, so first thing you need to know is that contraptions, which are artifacts, do not go in your main deck. You have a contraptions deck, so think like a plane chase deck or like an arch enemy deck where you've got the extra deck of cards that do things sometimes. It's kind of like that. You got these extra things, okay? As far as I know, they are, however, normal-sized Magic cards because they come in Magic boosters. They aren't giant oversized, right? I'm right about that, right?
I mean, I'm assuming because they come in the packs that they have to.
Well, maybe they're folded. I don't know.
That would be stupid.
Oh, God.
That would be really dumb. You did see the somebody faked that they had bought one of those like repacks at a big box store and that it had an uncut sheet of the unset in it. So they unfolded it repeatedly to have it there. No, you guys didn't see that?
I haven't seen that, but I'm entertained by it.
Okay, yeah, I found it at least mildly amusing. Okay, so
I did see a giant like fake uncut sheet of uncards.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh, okay.
That's
some of those cards were. I have spotted a couple of them. Some of them were really neat, but none of them were real.
No, they were all fake.
Yeah,
and it was done by.
Anyone saw that.
God, it was done by that one website that makes fake magic articles.
Daily MTG.
I was gonna make a mainstream media joke, but yeah, that works. So
they call it a mothership. It's not even a spaceship.
Was it Good Gamery?
I think it might have been Good Gamery.
I think that's right. I'm not sure.
It took me forever when I started playing Magic to realize that the mothership was just Magic's
Blogata
home site. So contraptions have a different Magic back. They have a different back than a normal Magic card, so they don't have the standard Magic back. Instead, they've got this back that talks about sprockets and turning cranks on contraptions. And okay, so here's what you kind of need to know. There are certain cards in the set that will tell you to let's see now. Is it when you assemble a contraption? Is when you so any card that tells you to assemble a contraption, you take one of the cards from your contraption deck and you turn it face up. So you pull it out. It's like you're drawing a card, but it now goes under one of the 3 sprockets on your essentially play area. So you can use the back of one of your contraption cards to keep track of that. It kind of doesn't matter. So there are 3 sprockets. You have a crank counter on one of the sprockets. And I want to say it's at some point during your turn that you move the crank counter. I think it's at your upkeep. Yeah, so at your upkeep, you move the crank counter from one of the sprockets to the next sprocket. So let's say it's on sprocket 1. On your upkeep, you move the crank counter to sprocket 2. And now that the crank counter is there, you are now able to use the contraption cards that are connected, if you want to think of it that way, to sprocket 2. So this is when you can activate the abilities of the contraptions that are there. So when you're able to crank your sprocket, that activates your contraptions. Yes, I know this all sounds very jargony and very complicated. I think they meant to do it that way because they kind of hate you.
Kind of.
Not you personally. All of us collectively. So the idea behind having 3 sprockets is when you are assembling contraptions, when you're putting them under the sprockets, if you wanted to, you could have one contraption under each of the 3 sprockets. So every turn, if you get to crank, you then can activate something. Or you could put them all under one sprocket, for instance, and then every 3 turns, you've got a whole bunch of stuff you can do. Cranking contraptions triggers their abilities. You don't have to trigger the abilities of all of the contraptions under the sprocket. So let's say you've got 4 contraptions under there, but you only want to do 2 of them. That's perfectly fine. Go right ahead. If you run out of contraptions in your contraptions deck, don't worry about it. That's fine. You don't lose the game or anything. If a contraption gets destroyed, it doesn't go to the graveyard. It goes to the scrapyard, which is like the graveyard, but for your contraption deck, as near as I can tell. Is there anything else you need to know about contraptions? They're overly complicated, and that is by design. So we've seen a few contraptions. One of the contraptions that's actually in the mechanics article is Dog Snail Engine. It's an artifact contraption, of course. It has no mana cost because there's no way to cast it. You have to assemble a contraption to get it out there. Whenever you crank Dog Snail Engine, target player gains life equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. So they're going to have interesting effects, let's say. There have been a couple of other contraptions that have been shown. There's only 2 other contraptions that are on the official card image gallery now.
3 other.
3 other? Well, there's Dog Snail Engine.
Mm-hmm.
There's Genetic Recombinator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep, you're right. There is another. Then there's BB Gun. I kind of like BB Gun. I think it's hilarious. And a Hard Hat Area. Those are the contraptions.
BB Gun is kind of sick.
BB Gun is kind of sick. BB Gun is an artifact contraption. Whenever you crank BB Gun until end of turn, target creature gains 2 generic mana. This creature fights another target creature.
And it's B as in the bug.
Yeah, and the artwork is covered with bees.
Yeah.
Bees! Horribly inhuman bees!
Not the bees!
Not the bees. Yeah.
But yeah, to answer the question that I pitched up earlier, no, you can't use these in a real Magic deck. You can use them when playing with uncards. Don't let the lack of silver border fool you. They are not legal even in formats where you can create them using the Steam Flogger Boss.
Yeah, well, they're technically not Magic cards. They don't have Magic backs.
Yeah, I was about to say they have a different back, so of course you can't use them in.
Nor are they double-faced cards.
A little less straightforward because of double-faced cards being a common occurrence lately. But yeah, you can't use them. They don't count.
So I'm super stoked. Number 1, that we finally have contraptions. Number 2, that a black bordered card appears in an unset and it's not a land, and I find that just hilarious. And number 3, that contraptions are so overly complex that pretty much nobody is ever going to use them on purpose. So that's great. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. But hey, there's a bunch of uncards that have been previewed so far.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I don't think they're actually that complicated. It's just there's a lot of jargon involved. I think once you sit down and do it once, you'll be like, oh.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. Magic isn't that complex once you've played several dozen games.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be sort of like Suspend, where you're reading the rules text on Suspend, and you're like, what the actual hell am I supposed to do with this? It's that sort of thing.
You're supposed to forget your trigger and not take the counter off, right?
Yeah, and then get really mad later.
Yeah,
sounds right.
That sounds exactly correct. But there is one card that I think really we kind of have to talk about from the unset. I put a link in the show notes.
Oh, I was gonna say, is it the Hammerfest Boomtacular? Because it seems like the sort of thing.
No, but I like the sound of that too.
For 3 red, it's an enchantment. Whenever you cast a spell with the Goblin Explosioneer's watermark, remember there are 5 factions in this set. So whenever you cast a spell with the Goblin Explosioneer's watermark, the Hammerfest Boomtacular deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Yeah. I just wanted to say Hammerfest Boomtacular. I don't really care what the card does.
I mean, that's kind of the fun of the set, too.
It is.
Kind of like how it's fun to say Earl of Squirrel, even though you can tell us what the card does.
I was about to say. Well,
is that actually the one you were setting up?
No.
I didn't think so.
There's a link in the show notes to the card I want to talk about because it's not yet in the official card image gallery because it was released today. And that is Rules Lawyer. So Rules Lawyer, it was previewed by our good friends over at JudgeCast. And Rules Lawyer is a 1/1 artifact creature cyborg advisor who costs 3 white, so a total of 5 mana for a 1/1. What does that do?
It advises.
It advises, and it advises in good ways. State-based actions don't apply to you or other permanents you control. There is then a super long reminder text that I'm going to go ahead and read because they can't stop me, and Chewie's not going to edit it out. You don't lose the game due to having 0 or less life or drawing from an empty library. Your creatures aren't destroyed due to damage or death touch, and aren't put into a graveyard due to having 0 or less toughness. Your planeswalkers aren't put into a graveyard if they have 0 loyalty. You don't put a legendary permanent into a graveyard if you control 2 or more with the same name. Counters aren't removed from your permanents due to game rules. Permanents you control, attached, or combined illegally remain on the battlefield. For complete rules and regulations, see Rule 704, which is, of course, the comp rules for state-based actions.
So, essentially, if you were actually trying to play with this card like a fool, you were pretty much untouchable, and your creature will not die to damage. You would actually have to use a destroy effect, wouldn't you?
Yes, you have to use a destroy effect, although it should be noted that the rules lawyer does not protect itself. You need 2 rules lawyers to pull that off.
Which you would have because you're a bad person.
And since it's not legendary, you can do that.
But even if it was legendary, it wouldn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It wouldn't matter. And the other thing I will note is just because your planeswalkers aren't sent away for having 0 loyalty, you still can't pay a cost you don't have, so you can't tick them down into negatives.
Right.
But you can tick them up.
You can tick them up. Yeah, go right ahead.
I would like to point something out here.
Yeah.
So wait. You don't lose the game due to... Okay, no. Your creatures aren't destroyed due to damage or death touch, and aren't put into a graveyard due to having 0 or less toughness.
Right.
Why? Please, tell me why they didn't make this a 1-0.
Oh, yeah, we all think that's a big fail. You're right, it should have been well, because he doesn't protect himself.
You or other permanents, Yeah.
If he applied to himself, I'm sure they would have gone with a toughness of 0 for this thing.
That would have been pretty funny.
Okay, then that's fine.
Yeah.
So I think it's an absolutely hilarious card. The other neat thing that they did at the time they announced it, they also announced that there is a judge foil of this card, and that it has alternate art and is all super foily. And so look for that at a judge conference or in a judge packet soon.
In January.
And it is spiff-alicious.
Delicious.
Yeah. Brian Prilliman contacted me from his prison cell to tell me, dude, we got an unstable preview card. I was like, neat. And then when it went up today, he's like, dude, here's our unstable preview card. I could tell he was just itching to tell me.
Wait, they gave him 2 phone calls?
What? No, he didn't call me. He messaged me on
okay.
I think
just
it was
checking.
the Facebooks. But this was like 3 or 4 days ago, and then today. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Fair enough then.
But yeah, because it's going to be a Judge Foil too, they gave it to JudgeCast to preview, which is pretty awesome. Yay! And that reminder text will actually make your brain melt if you think about it too hard. So please, don't.
Don't sweat it. So yeah, rather than going and continuing to mention all the ones that I think are funny, I'll leave some of those surprises for you because you will be able to acquire these soon. And we've got a link to the packaging so that you know which stupid box you're picking up. Here's a hint. It's one of the weird ones.
It is one of the weird ones, and I'm not super happy about that. But you know what I am happy about?
Puppies.
Those lands. Oh my god, they're gorgeous.
Also true. But yeah, you can go out and spend your like $4 or whatever MSRP is for these land plus joke cards on November 22nd. So that's a week from Wednesday. Essentially right before Thanksgiving in America.
It's the day after my birthday.
Oh man, you're going to be older.
And please do not buy me Unstable for my birthday.
Mistakes were just made right now.
I do not want...
all give thanks for Chewie.
I do not want any Unstable. Thank you.
So you want all the Unstable?
No. I would like a 0.
Have all the Unstable and all the fat packs.
I would like 0 Unstable. Thank you.
And for reference, no, this doesn't get fat packs. You can't just go buy a block of land because otherwise it would be worthwhile.
And I would totally do it.
Well, yeah, you would get all the fat packs.
All the fat packs. Just like last time I got all the fat packs, which was 3.
all the fat. So yeah, that's the Unset. Enjoy reading the previews on that this week. Have fun. And inevitably we'll get some pretty funny art that'll become entertaining phone and desktop wallpapers.
Yeah, it's weird. The set is coming out on Wednesday, which means we get to we're getting a week and a half of previews.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how they roll.
Thanksgiving.
But I mean, we're getting this week. They said previews end on like the 21st.
Yeah, we're going to get our preview card on the 22nd.
Yeah. I just thought that was very strange that the set releases on a Wednesday and the previews are running up until like the day before. It's a very strange deal, but it's an Unset, so I wouldn't have it any other way, I guess.
All bets are off.
Okay, then. So what else do we have?
Tuesday, born on a Tuesday.
I guess we just have Magic Online stuff?
I believe so. Hey, look, it's Tuesday.
Hey, how about that?
Look at that. That means my Magic Online news is current. So as I normally mention, Magic Online news pops up on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We normally record on Monday, so most of my stuff's old. But because we're recording on Tuesday, I'm actually going to tell you about the Magic Online news. Not in too much detail, though, because mostly it's tournaments you don't care about.
And if you do, then you already know about it.
Yeah. Why did my link not update? That's a sad story. Dig out the newer link.
I mean, thanks, show notes. I think all you have to do is change the 7 to a 14 and you're good. Yeah.
Probably. All right, there now. So, starting at the top of the list, the Throwback Standard Gauntlet Recent Past ends on Friday, November 17th. So that ends this Friday. Normally these things swap over on Wednesdays, but here we are. So if you want to hear all about the various standard decks, tune into last week's episode where we talk at a greater length than we planned on decks that are all less than 4 years old because we remember them. So that's going on there. On Wednesday the 15th, they're going to be doing the Magic Online player reward packs. So keep an eye out for those. Fun times. Playpoint bundles go on sale on the 15th as well, which is weird. So they're offering 3 new Playpoint bundles from Magic Online store. The bundles are only available through the holidays and will disappear from the store when Rivals of Ixalan releases on January 19th, 2018. You can use the bundles either to round out your Playpoint collection or to buy in bulk and save some money. Just purchase, open, and play, blah, blah, blah. Speaking of saving money, if you don't open the silver 240 Playpoint bundle, you can use it to join an Iconic Masters draft between November 17th and December 6th to save 10 Playpoints. Yay, they finally just acknowledged that it's currency. Good job, team. Hey, look, Iconic Masters is also coming out on the 17th. It's going to be a big Friday. So at $6.99 per booster pack, Iconic Masters releases simultaneously with the tabletop one, also this Friday, the 17th, and will be available until December 6th. So if you guys remember Iconic Masters, that's that thing that they did a few months ago that we didn't get to do because we didn't go to HasCon, and now it's back. So there's a link from the Magic Online article to the act when they announced that they were doing this right here. So go check that out. And then, yeah, there's some tournament stuff going on. The Magic Online Modern RPTQ for Pro Tour Rivals of Ixalan is Saturday the 18th. Sealed PTQ is Sunday the 19th. And that's fun.
Wait a minute. Iconic Masters comes out this Friday?
Yeah.
In paper and digital?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they synced those up.
It's weird. I didn't even know that.
Because they're all busy talking about the Unset. Yeah.
Like they haven't been waving any flags or anything. Huh. Okay.
I would be interested to see how well that goes over in general. Because, yeah, like they did all the hype about Iconic Masters months ago for HasCon. And then they stopped because they've released all this other product.
Yeah.
Would you like me to throw in a link to Iconic Masters and the show notes? Just so people can have that?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Under news, I guess.
Yeah. By the way, more news. It comes out this week.
There you go. Have some Iconic Masters link.
Yay.
Hashtag MTG, I'm a blank, ask me anything.
That was terrible.
And I agree. But, yep. So there's a link to that. You can check that out. I don't know. like Magic Online and Paper Magic both have it. It's an all reprint set. Go knock yourself out. I guess that's for the people that don't want to buy the unset and also are tired of buying the set that just came out like a month and a half ago. So, but yeah, that's actually the bulk of the Magic Online news.
Oh.
Because my other link in the show notes talks about Iconic Masters, as I said.
Well, there you go then.
Magic. The Gathering. Deckmaster game.
Okay then. So, wait, are we done?
Maybe.
If you decide that you want to get that San Diego Comic-Con 2017 Planeswalker pack, it is still available at $165.99 2 months.
Huh.
Happy holidays, everybody. Go get you that poster.
All right then. Well, how about some finishing up stuff?
Cool. All right, so you can find me on Twitter at SweetAlmondBob. There's no Iron Goblin because I think it probably got stuck in one of those unpacks. Let me know if you find it.
It's probably folded up with the giant contraption card.
Yeah, it could be folded a few times. That might be confusing. Right. Also, if you look at it the wrong way, it might look like an exclamation mark or a Spanish upside down exclamation mark, which I don't know the word for. I just thought of it as upside down exclamation mark. So, be that as it may, that's where the eyes probably wandered off to. In terms of what the rest of me is doing, this weekend I'm going to watch The Punisher on Netflix. Woo! I'm not quite as excited about this one just because after Defenders, I really just want all these things to be 8 or 9 episodes long.
Oh wait, like that's coming out already?
Yeah, it's this weekend.
Damn it! I still didn't watch Defenders. I'm always
and Stranger Things have really sold me on this like 8-episode run thing. 8 or 9 episodes is right. And when I think about it, every Marvel show, with I don't think any exception, sort of hits that little lull around episode 8 or 9, with the exception of the ones that hit that early. And so I'm not really planning on jumping in and watching all of Punisher in one sitting or anything crazy like that. I know nothing about it beyond the fact that it has the Punisher in it, but my friends and I are going to get out there and watch it. And it's quite possible after we've watched a few episodes of it, we'll decide that we, in honor of Frank Castle, Family Man, may just go somewhere for a sit-down restaurant, like a family, and eat overpriced, delicious food that millennials are killing. Thank you, by the way. Because really, you don't need to pay that much money for food that's not that good. But we'll do it for comedy. But also coming out this week is Justice League for the people that would like to do that thing.
That's this weekend too?
Yeah. Punisher and Justice League are on the same weekend.
Dang it. I'm behind on my superhero movies.
Yep. As I understand it, from the advanced reviews that have popped out for Justice League, people tend to like the character interactions, similar to the way that everyone likes the Marvel character interactions. The plot is probably a mess, and the villain is not exciting. So, it's like a Marvel movie, I guess. We'll go with that. I haven't seen it. I don't know. I'm not in as much of a hurry to see it because I saw Batman v Superman.
We're sorry.
And that wasn't great. There were good parts of it. It's not as bad as people make it out to be, but it still wasn't something that I needed to go see immediately. And I think unless my friends really hype it to me, I'll probably catch Justice League eventually at matinee or something. If you go see it this weekend, feel free to tweet it at me and tell me if it was good or not. Like, no spoilers, because I would like to get the funny parts on my own rather than in meme form. But beyond that, I haven't seen any trailers for it or anything. I just don't know. So we'll see. But those are all happening. And also, I went ahead and bought my Star Wars ticket because it's that far out. And the earliest showing that I could get was at 10:30 on that Thursday night. So I'll be seeing that opening night because, like I said, I don't want the internet to ruin all the good parts for me because they love doing that.
They do. They truly enjoy it.
Like all of the big plot twisty stuff that they work so hard to keep under wraps for these movies was online within the time it took for someone to watch the movie, dig out their phone and be a jerk. So I'm going to be watching that opening night in December. But that's where my nonsense is. Hey, look, it's Cluze, everybody.
Hey. Hi, everyone. I'm Cluze. I used to be on the show, took a little break. Now I'm back. It's good to see you all. Thanks for joining us for this wonderful night of nonsense, even if it was a Tuesday. Hey, if you want to hear more from me, Rich and I are back to recording Random Discard, the other podcast that you can find me on. We have a multi-part series that we're currently partway through recording. I don't know if we'll release it. We might release it, all kind of bundled together. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. But it's special. It's super. It's interesting. It's a mystery. It's under wraps.
Is it truly outrageous?
Ooh, it's not that. I have not yet convinced Rich to let me do a show on Gem, but perhaps one day. And hey, if you want to reach me directly, you can do that on the Twitters, at Lacluyze, spelled just like it is in the show notes. It's really not phonetic at all, but you can find it in the show notes, along with Squee's missing eye.
Is that where it is?
Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell you that. A spoiler. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Man. It's okay. I'll lose it again. Don't run with scissors.
So take it away, Chewie.
Blasted Samouflage. Yeah, so hi, I'm Chewie.
Hi, Chewie.
My podcast, my other one, turned 10 last week.
Congrats.
That's 2 candles.
That's 2 candles?
Like the 1 and the 0, because you're at the point where you're not working that hard anymore.
Oh, okay.
You got a new digit.
Gotcha. Yeah, let's not put 10 candles on the... It's a cupcake. Let's be honest. 10 candles on a cupcake seems a bit much. So yeah, we did a 10-year anniversary episode where we actually, after 10 years of talking about Magic almost every week, we took a week off from Magic. And we just talked about the world in general, what it was like 10 years ago, things that were going on in the various flavors of pop culture, movies and comics. And hey, do you know who was Time's Man of the Year in 2007? It'll depress you.
Afraid to ask.
It'll depress you, but not as much as the first thing that probably popped into your head. Time's Man of the Year in 2007 was Vladimir Putin.
Off by 1.
Whoops.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Well, as a reminder, that's a, identification given to the person who's most influential that year. And is not at all about who's good or bad.
Thank goodness. So, if you want to hear us, it was essentially an extended episode of Odds and Ends where we just talked about whatever else that wasn't Magic.
We should do that for 600 here.
Anyway.
Agreed.
That'll really bug the people that have been here from the early episodes before us.
And it was a good old time. So, yeah. And then this weekend, I did a giant charity live stream where I streamed with Cap and Haley from the Lair of Lore. We streamed for, I think it was 13 hours on Saturday and then 9 on Sunday. And I forget how long we streamed last night, but we didn't mean to stream that long. But
a lot of streaming involved.
Yeah, it was a lot. We raised the final tally. I have hiccups all of a sudden, was $1,552.03 for Take This, which is a charity that helps fight mental illness in the nerd and gamer communities. And yeah, everybody came together around this cause and donated a lot of money. Cap and I gave away just a ridiculous amount of Steam games that we had accumulated through various means that are not at all nefarious, I assure you. And yeah, it was awesome. So thank you so much to everyone who donated and everyone who came to hang out and everyone who played with us, which includes Bill for a large chunk of that.
Woo, we violenced.
We did a lot of violence. Like, what did you join us for? It was Killing Floor. Did you play Overwatch with us?
Yeah, I played some of the Overwatch.
Yeah.
And we also started out playing the Cube game.
Oh yeah, you were here for Half Dead too, yeah.
Yeah.
It was...
Many boots were lost.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We played multiplayer games together for all of that, including, and then we hit on Killing Floor 2, and I think that's going to be a new thing that we stream on a semi-regular basis, sort of like Overwatch, because it's a lot of fun.
We do get a critical mass of people. It works pretty well.
Yeah, like last night when we were streaming, since we weren't recording Monday Night Magic, once Bill got home from work at like 10 o'clock or whatever, we had, what, 5 people on our team?
Yeah, we had 5 people. I just sort of ninja'd my way in.
It was you and me, yeah, and Cap and Haley and Steph. Yeah. We were, if you know how this game works, it's horde mode. And we were about to go up against the boss, and suddenly there was a Bill in our party. And we were like, oh, hey, buddy.
I just showed up as a demolitionist and started blowing stuff up, as is my way.
Yeah, and that was
I didn't realize I was coming in the boss wave.
Yeah, well, that's what you get.
Hey, we beat it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, yeah, that's a thing to look forward to on Manipool streams in the future. Probably some Half Dead too. That game was, to be so simple, it's a lot of fun, and I don't know why. But okay, wait a minute. Do I have Steam open? I do. This weekend we played Half Dead, Prop Hunt in Gary's Mod, Duck Game, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Sir, You Are Being Hunted, Speedrunners, Viscera Cleanup Detail, Santa's Rampage, Killing Floor 2, Overwatch, and some Hearthstone because I had to record the Tavern Brawl. And yeah, ended up raising over $1,500 for Take This. It was amazing. I'm so thankful to everyone, like I said, who donated or just came to hang out and cheer us on. Or laugh at our antics, let's say.
There were antics.
There were definitely antics. Especially when we were playing Viscera Cleanup Detail, Santa's Rampage, when Cap and I kept blowing each other up and tracking bloody footprints in the place we had already cleaned. I took great pleasure in Cap going, hey, this room is finally done, and taking a bucket full of bloody water and just dumping it on the ground in front of him just to make him swear at me. Oh, it was great.
Because you're a cat.
Oh, I mean, not quite the word I'd use, but okay, we'll go with that. I guess that's pretty much it. Oh, I do have news to celebrate our 10th anniversary. I started the Manipool Instagram account.
Dun, dun, dun. Dream.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what Instagram is for, but I make a lot of...
It's an official channel for Magic News, I think.
Probably, yeah. But I make a lot
on
of...
the same level as, like, a paper airplane thrown out of the WotC building. A pizza box that gets a card banned.
All right, your joke is funny. I make a lot of random thumbnails for, like, videos and podcasts and whatnot that nobody sees at full resolution. So I figured that'd be a place to put them all up, along with a link to whatever they go with. Plus, I found out I take a lot of pictures using my phone while I'm out on drives and whatnot for, oh man, this will be funny. And then I never do anything with them. So, hey, look, Instagram. There we go. So feel free to go give us a follow. There are only 2 pictures there that are both Manipool 10th anniversary things at the moment, but, you know, more will pop up. Yeah. And it's Instagram, the Manipool, you know, like it is everywhere else. So yay, speaking of which, you can find me all over the internet, including that new place, as the Manipool. So on Twitter, at the Manipool, themanipool.com is the website. The email address is dorks@themanipool.com, or if you want to just email me, you can send that to chewie@themanipool.com, or at mtgcast.com, whatever, they go to the same place. You can't, hang on, that was facebook.com/themanipool. Am I missing any? Facebook, Twitter. That's everything, right?
I
don't know. Patreon, right.
Oh, Google Plus.
I mean, technically we have a Google Plus page, but I don't... Oh, YouTube and Twitch. YouTube and Twitch are where all the video content goes for the video gaming and whatnot. I know I was missing something. The other content. And yeah, patreon.com/themanipool is where you can go to help support what I do with all of this podcasting and video making and Twitch streaming. And you can get Manipool episodes and YouTube videos early. You can get that and the odds and ends, all the stuff recorded before and after, both Monday Night Magic and the Manipool. That's uncensored, unfiltered, and edited only for personal information. And you can get all of that, the early stuff, the odds and ends, and get your name on the end slate for all the videos that go up in that month, and read off on all the podcasts. So I would like to thank the following very special patrons: Kim Ho, Andrew Hunt, Al, Paul David, Lands Delicious, Timu Hellas Are You, John Morris, Stuart Slaw, PJ McMullen, Bosco Bertain, Casey, Nathan Hay, AJ Javieres, Cody Buckawing, Jacob Jansens, Jason Kaus, Gothic Man, Patrick, Brian DeLucci, Stark Maximum, Dan Holm, Mike Miller-Burned, and the Beast Father, Aaron Goodwine. Thank you all so very much for just all of that. And with that, I do believe we're done. Are we done? That's everything, right?
That sounds right.
Yay. So, hey, Cluze.
Yeah.
I missed you, man.
Hey, I missed you too.
I also miss Cluze.
No one asked you. Well. I mean, yes, we have all missed. Anyway, so this has been Monday Night Magic, number 584. Thank you all so very much for listening, and go play some magic with contraptions.